Cool combo, bros. Who are you?
I am on official business. Unless you've been sent by the Alpha army, we have no reason to speak.
Who are you?
I was a soldier once. In the years before the Crystal War. I saw many die at Gallifore Fields. You could say I learned my lesson.
What do you think of the town?
I'm here as a recruiter for the Alpha army. My superiors believe there's still fresh blood to be wrung from the Forsaken Plain. They're wrong, of course.
The detail, the hair on the arm and stuff, that detail's crazy. What about the refugees?
Let's just say I'm glad I'm not one of them. War is harsh on many people in many ways. Those of us who can avoid the suffering should.
Tell me about the Tuatha.
Ask anyone and you'll get the same answer. They're animals. They care nothing for the mortal races. We're just dust to them. That's right. Be on your way. It's best for everyone. Good riddance. I'm finished with you. I don't feel like talking about the Tuatha anymore.
Let's try it.
A spy? Me? Ridiculous. You might want to stop your drinking while you still have some of your good riddance.
We're gonna save scum that real fast. Just because I'm curious. If he actually admits it. This must be one of the 3 guys he sent us after. He said one of them might be in town.
Hello. I'm finished with you. I don't feel like talking about the Tuatha anymore. A spy? Me? Good riddance.
We're gonna try it 4 times. So that's 2 down. And 2 to go. 23% chance, so roughly 1 out of 4. Might try to fit you.
Yes? I'm finished with you. I don't feel like talking about the Tuatha anymore. A spy? Me? Good riddance.
Just a couple quick saves comes. This is much better in the rat rodeo, I guess is what you call it. The great rat culling that we did back in the Teeth and Arrows DLC. I saved scum that a few times. Well, I did perfect. I remembered he gave you something extra if you did perfect.
Yes?
I didn't. I clicked him, not the outside. You suck. I clicked him, not the door. Even though he's standing right in the door. I gotta go back inside. Time for the load time should be shorter. Should be.
I'm finished with you. This conversation is over. I don't feel like talking about the Tuatha anymore. Enough! Keep your voice down. You're right. I'm a scoundrel and a coward. But you would have done the same thing.
No.
Give me a chance to make it right. You have my word, as a father. My informing days are over. Good riddance.
Who are you?
Isn't it a glorious day, as if Helios himself warms us with a smile? To what do I owe this courtesy? I only have a few moments to spare. The godstorm awaits my return, and it doesn't like to wait.
We know about the city.
It is a good place to find the peace I need to complete my work,
cool looking.
although the refugees have certainly slowed progress. I am not one for the cacophony of any kind. I don't know how the Fae in the Cradle of Summer can stand having us so near. Our mortal din is far too distracting, even for me.
You're a weird dude. What do you know of the Cradle of Summer?
I have never laid my gaze upon it. Such a thing would not be proper. I am a dustling, a child of death. The Cradle of Summer must not be sullied by my taint.
Who are you?
I was born in the city of Rathir, an orphan of the Wending. One day, I stumbled upon the Scholia Arcana library, and I found new life in the ancient books.
Okay, what do you know about the refugees?
My advice to them would be to gain some perspective. Villages grow and burn. There is only one event that is worth our attention, and that is the Godstorm.
How's the
Of course, I don't typically prefer the company of others. Take the leader of these refugees, for example. Master Elrod Edmund. Gruff, coarse, not a pleasantry in sight.
I found papers about it.
You didn't? I've been scouring the Forsaken Plain for such documents, but an old man can only stand the hot sun for so long. If you can bring me the rest of that research, I will compensate you accordingly.
Okay.
I am only days from completing the definitive work on the Godstorm, but I need those papers. Never have I been blessed with such good fortune.
Where can I find the rest?
They are lost to the ages, I'm afraid. Mines such as Awald and Callus are rare. I suspect that their works have been spread across the plains. Keep your eyes open.
Okay. Talk to her.
Hi.
I don't need healing yet. Go ahead and get some XP points real fast. Don't need any of this stuff. I just like the 46% XP. Oh no, there's gold in this chest. I'm staying right here. I like gold. A renowned scholar and author, Oddwall, been with us. That dude I just was talking to. Weird. Sorry, the books in this game are
Hello
generally
there.
just too long to even bother reading.
It's about time. Someone new. I was beginning to think I'd turned to dust here at this counter alone, uninteresting and not having spoken to another soul in days.
There's like 4 people
God wants
downstairs.
to keep me up here, because down there I fill his ears with talk. Like that's a bad thing. This village is a graveyard sometimes. Talk would do it some good. Molly Janik at your service. I teach alchemy. What can be taught, that is. Most of it is a gift. Either you have it or you don't.
I'll take some training. Sure.
I'll wait for you.
I got plenty of money. I'll train landing.
Oh, good. You again. Don't you dare leave me here to this life of isolation and drudgery. I can teach you things. Important things. Just don't go.
What about alchemy?
It's big business around here. The magic of the Forsaken Plane has cooked up some mighty strange ingredients, that's for sure. You'll find some pretty weird stuff. My father was an alchemist. He trained me and my sister Lila to carry on his legacy. Lila hates people. Spends most of her time in the Cradle of Summer, alone.
Who's Lila?
What do you want to know? If you're going to spend time with Lila, you might want to prepare yourself beforehand. She's, unique. Lila has spent far too long in the Cradle of Summer with the Fae and their magic. All of that exposure has, how do I put this? Altered her perspective. She's strange, all right. There, I said it.
Okay, what do you know about the city?
Dull. I hate to say it, but the refugees are the most excitement we've seen here in weeks. You'd think there'd be more drama with a war on, but not in Emir. Here we are between the Cradle of Summer and Rathia, and I spend my days watching the clouds drift by.
What do you do? You're fine. It's just me chatting with peoples. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. You going to bed already? You going to bed already? Are you being a little brat?
Crazy.
Are you being a little brat? Say hi, chat.
His shirt changed color.
Say hi, chat. It's because it's blue. My background's green, but a little bit of blue works too. Say hi, chat. Say hi. You say hi. Say hi. Look, there's you. See? There's you. And there's a camera. Okay. Psst, psst, psst. You just like Daddy's microphone has colors on it. I love you, little man. I see you in the morning. You have some good sleepies. Okay? Mm-hmm. I see you in the morning. And then me and you get to hang out tomorrow.
He was trying to grab that controller.
Huh?
He was trying to grab your controller.
I know. He's fine. Bye, little man. Night-night. Talk about the refugees.
Han is an idiot. He's the only one who's imposed this ban on refugees in the village. To what end? They don't want trouble. Only food, water, a warm bed. Idiot.
Sounds like a bad dude.
I'm
Get out of here.
bored.
Yes?
You look bored.
Welcome.
What can you doing here?
Haven't you said enough? Goodbye.
A little bit. Maybe. Okay, so who are you?
You with that Docklefar woman? Well, between you and me, I think she might be a bit off her head. That's what the cards say, at any rate.
Cards actually say she's off her head. Nice. What do you know about the city?
Don't know much about it, really. I'm not from here, I'm just passing through.
Okay. What about your fate weaving?
If you've got a knack for it, there's a living to be scratched out of fate weaving. Farmers like to know their yields in advance, at least.
How are the plains treating you?
Nasty out there. But with Freeman plaguing the roads south, there's not much safer travel to be had. Cold comfort.
Cool. Thanks,
Pleasant
man.
travels.
Hi.
I'm gonna talk to... Oh, Ham.
Please,
Jerk.
make yourself comfortable. We don't see too many travelers in a mare these days. Not with that forest of tents growing out front. Relax and partake of what our small hamlet has to offer.
Well, first I'm gonna shop. Sell you some of my junk. Then I'm gonna look at your weapons. They're pretty awful. Your armor's especially awful. Whoa. Okay, 60% health and a 6% experience bonus for sparkling with arcane energy. Yeah, I like that better than the 45 ring I got currently. So I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy your lockpicks. Yeah, that's it. Tell me about the city.
This is the birthplace of alchemy in the Feylands. These plains have been soaked in the deepest magic. Every leaf, every stem, every root holds secrets. If you want to know more about our history and about the fascinating flora and fauna of the Forsaken Plain, speak to Molly upstairs. She's a sweetie.
You kicked upstairs. What about the refugees?
Refugees from the coast of Twili. They claim their village was burned by Tuatha, but I know better. The Tuatha here in the realm of the Summer Court? I think not. They began arriving several weeks ago, marching from Gallifore with their belongings dragged behind them. We've given them all we can, but we only have so much.
You don't believe they were kicked out by Tuatha? You're
No
a jerk.
problem. We just fixed one up all nice and tidy. You're welcome to it.
No
Well,
thanks.
you know where to go if you need a place to rest.
Except the guys outside. That makes you a jerk. Ramp. No, this one. Okay. 6% experience bonus. Heck yeah. And 60% health. 60 health, I should say. Heck yeah. Heckin' yeah. As a doggo would say.
Hello again.
I'm just gonna sell you this ring I don't need. But thanks for
How are
talking
you
to me.
enjoying your visit?
Dant, how we doing, sir?
Be well.
Hope you've had a fine day.
Need a hand?
Is there not a... I guess there's not a blacksmith in this town. Repair. Okay, that's different. Yeah, there's a blacksmith table, not a repair table. Okay. No big. Halo. Top low calorie. I mean, yeah.
Need a hand?
Expiration dates are kind of a suggestion, right? So, especially when it comes to ice cream. Or, you know, just eat the whole pint in one night. I don't know anything about such things. I've never done it. Exactly. Eat the whole thing later tonight. Just call it a day. Like, I've ever seen bar guest heads on a door. They even have a... pockets. Pocket masks.
Stranger.
Dude, I love a good sale. I live like 10 seconds away from a Winn-Dixie. And the only reason I shop there is because 90% of the time the stuff I need is on sale every other week. I'll buy stuff, especially if it's cheap. What's up, Aelin?
Thank you for coming all this way. I don't know if you heard that, but it sounds as if General Talera is still here, in exile.
Arkansas. Walmart, neighborhood Walmart. Yeah, I have everything. In fact, on a corner nearby, and with the way the economy is right now, I still don't know how it works, but on one corner you have a Walmart, Target, Winn-Dixie, and a Publix, and all four do great business. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. And the bad part is I don't even shop at those. I got a Walmart and Winn-Dixie closer to me than those are. So, I don't know how they do business, but they're all there. Yeah, I live kind of out in nowhere, but I also happen to live close to a major city, so within 15 minutes I can get to anything I need. Yeah. Arkansas is owned by Walmart. I mean, doesn't Walmart own most things these days? I would not be surprised. Why is she in exile?
for all but losing the fortress of Melsenshire. Long ago, Talera led our forces, but then the Tuatha produced a foe she could not best. Her forces barely survived the retreat out of Cluracan. Many blamed her for the loss, to have built up hopes so high, only to have them topple. That was Talera's crime, and she has paid for it, day after day.
Headquarters is 15 minutes away. The entire land is owned by Walmart. Yeah, I mean, basically, it doesn't surprise me, though. We'll admit, we do a lot of shopping at Walmart on the monthly routine, just because they do have really good sales on, like, baby food and diapers and you know, wipes and that kind of stuff. That's all usually super cheap at Walmart. So, yeah, I saw that Walmart's doing their, like, Walmart Plus. I'm curious to see how it goes. Have you tried it yet? Is it any good? My sister's been doing the Walmart pickup for a long time, and she raves about it because, you know, she doesn't like taking a bunch of kids in the store. So she can just have the kids in the car, drive up, and they drop it off. But I've been curious if the delivery is any good. Walmart does therapy now? I knew about the glasses, and I think I've heard about the dentistry, but therapy? Walmart is just doing everything. Walmart's becoming too big for their own britches. And the bad part is they're trying to compete with Amazon. But it's like, you already own everything else. Why fight for Amazon? I should meet her there.
You're as quick as ever. Talera is in the cradle of summer, banished from the battlefields of Melsenshire until she can atone for her past. According to the Fate Weaver here, she seeks an artifact from Ural Tusk that might break the siege and aid our forces. But she cannot do so alone, for poor Talera is fated never to succeed. That is where you can help.
Where's Ural Tusk?
In a hidden valley, northwest of the plains of Erethel, the ruins of Ural Tusk lie undisturbed, as they have for many centuries. What Talera wants there is beyond me, but I trust her, even if it goes against my better judgment.
Cool. So where is she?
Last I heard, General Talera was somewhere in northern Erethel, searching for a way to turn the tide of the war. I think she took a squad to Ural Tusk.
$60 for an hour session. That is pretty cheap. I guess the question is, when it comes to a product, cheap doesn't bother me. But if I'm going to get my head shrinked, do I really want a bargain price for that? I don't know. I've never been to a therapist personally, but I would think I'd want, like, at least a mid-tier, if not top-notch, brain shrinker. Yeah, got a coupon for therapy. Yeah. I'd probably be rolling on the floor too. I don't think I could do it. You know, there's a few comedians who have some jokes about going to like a college therapist, the ones that are like training, and they're like, no, pay your money, go to a real therapist. Yeah, I don't know if I want a. Yeah, I just can't imagine a bargain PhD giving me good insights into my own brain. But you know, maybe they are top notch. Maybe it's so cheap because Walmart can pay them so well because they make so much money on everything else. Who knows? Yeah, the Walmarts around us haven't got that fancy yet. We have the a lot of them have the eye. I think one has the dentistry. We saw that last time. One of the newer sections, one that was just rebuilt, had the dentistry in it. But most of them around here at least have the eye care.
Yes?
Hello there.
I'm just about ready to give up. Tell me, have you heard any news of Britt Hagney or his final resting place?
Here are the rings.
Great Mitharu. They're even more dazzling than I dared hope. You could have kept them, but you didn't. You are a friend of the Forsaken Plain refugees, and to me. Please, it is paltry, but accept this as thanks. May the Authority watch over you all of your days.
It isn't done. Go!
Not bad, the longsword. So we're supposed to be going that way, which is cool. But I kind of want to finish this quest line real fast. Let's go fast travel these 2 points. Just because I have a feeling that the guy wanted to track down a Tuatha spy out of 3 people. We already found one. He definitely was a spy. I'm curious if the other 2 are spies as well. Because I mean, it would definitely make sense if he had 3 spies. Plus, I didn't like her attitude. She was kind of mean the one time we talked to her. And I'm always sketchy of mean people. Especially people who are mean for no reason. So we kicked the main story forward, and it kind of went into 2 paths, where Agoth went down to Detir, and Aelin asked us to come up here to the plains, and in the plains we're supposed to meet with the like big boss general of the whole war, basically. She came over here after losing their main base on the other continent. And so that's kind of where we've picked up. So now we're supposed to be going to meet up with her to figure out what she's doing here. And, you know, she's looking for something to kind of help fight the war. So we're going to do that. But as far as like we've kicked a lot of side stuff forward too. And a lot of faction quests, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so one of the faction quests we're doing right now is all in this plains area. We've kicked a few forward today. And this one is they're trying to hunt down like the coast nearby was overrun by Tuatha. So there's a bunch of refugees in the plains. And apparently they were overrun by Tuatha because there were some spies. So we're tracking down those spies. We found one. We got him to admit he was a spy. We got 2 more we got to kind of vet. But yeah, we finished out the main like beginning area. And now we got a split mission between Detir and Plains of Arathel. So we're kind of working our way through Plains of Arathel. I'm trying to get over to... I want to finish all this up and get over to Rader, so I can start the other DLC, because that's the one DLC I've never done. I never did the Dreadkells, and I'm really interested in it. So, but I didn't want to just like run to there. I want to kind of like finish this up, then go do the DLC, and then we'll jump down into Detir. It's kind of the game plan. Okay, Froma, what's your story?
Do you always approach strangers out in the wild? It's a bad habit, to be sure.
So who are you?
I was a seamstress who made nets for the coastal fishermen. My hands may be callous, but they're strong.
Tell me about the Tuatha.
What kind of question is that? You want to know about the Tuatha? Go back to Tawili. Gaze at the fires that never cease. There's your education.
I like this 95% chance. You spied on your people.
What was I supposed to do? The Tuatha will sow terror far beyond Tawili to the depths of Dalantarth if they can. I only did it for the money. But I will never do it again, you have my word. Spare me, please. Bye.
Well, easy enough. Didn't have to save scum that one. The first one you had to save scum a little bit, because there's only a 3% chance. So I'd try a couple times. But I like when people admit their mistakes. I do still want to kill him a little bit, just because I'm sure a lot of people died because they were spied on. And doing it for the money kind of seems sad. There are better ways to get money.